Karen Bonifilio, Inner Realms, Outer Journeys. We have the pleasure of having Sharon back on the program again. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Karen. Thank you for having me. I have so much fun with you.
We do have fun, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, it is a pleasure to have you here. And you are a fan favorite. So, and you are a wealth of information and everything. So it's wonderful.
I guess you could say I get around. How's that?
You do get around. Okay, well, guess what Sharon's talking about today? I've heard them called many different things: ETs, aliens, and galactic beings. And Sharon, I don't know what you call them, but we'll find out.
Above. Yeah, star people, star beings, extraterrestrials. Okay, friends, family.
Family? Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, for those of you that have not seen Sharon, let me tell you a little bit about her. She is a lifelong ET experiencer. That leads me to think about something. Multidimensional traveler and near-death experiencer. And I'm going to tell you, look back on my YouTube channel and watch her video on her NDE. It'll blow you away, promise. Since childhood, she's recalled contact with 3 gray beings who were prevalent in her experiences as a child. She recalls involvement in both the ET human hybrid program and being part of one or more of the secret space programs. Sharon, her outgoing encounters with a variety of star beings that continue to this day have expanded her understanding of consciousness and the soul's eternal nature. Through her work today, Sharon helps others awaken to the multidimensional truth and remember their own divine essence. Wow, you have a really big purpose here on this earth, I'm going to tell you.
Well, we all do.
Well, we do, but you, I don't know, they've got you slated in a whole bunch of different areas doing things.
Yeah. Well, they kept sending me back, I guess. I guess because twice I tried to leave here.
Well, and I think during your party days, they probably were wondering about you.
Definitely. Yeah.
Well, Sharon, can you share how your ET contact experience first began and what form they took? I think it might be the Greys, but we'll find out.
Well, the Greys are what I remember first. And I actually had no memory during my childhood. It was after my near-death experience when my memory started flooding back in. Excuse me. And that's when I remembered them being in my room and also in protecting me from a family member that was hurting me at the time, an extended family member. And that's where I had my first NDE when I was 9. But there was lots of memories that kept flooding to the surface during my work with Christ after my NDE, when he was working with me and helped me unlock a lot of repressed memories, starting with this life and then other lifetimes all the way back to the Galactic Wars. And so I remembered the 3 beings while I was in certain situations, while I was being hurt as a child. They would just show up. I'd see a bright light flash, and then they would show up and they would take me out of the situation and leave the perpetrator person catatonic. Sometimes they would wave their hand and he would just be, catatonic. But they would take, and I was catatonic during the experience. And so they would take me sometimes to their ship. They had a little ship, and heal my body. I have memories of that. I could smell it, what they used to heal my body. Sometimes they would use this purple wand, and I believe that they probably intuited to me that it smelled like lilacs, because to me it smelled like lilac. That had a good fragrance. So those types of experiences started coming to the surface, and when they did, I really didn't know where to put them, because at the time, this was back in 2002, 2003, somewhere in that space, when all these memories were coming back to me. I didn't know what context to put them in, because I didn't know anything about extraterrestrial contactees or abductions or anything like that. They just started flooding in. And so that's how that started. Yeah. And then other memories started opening up for me of being in, I didn't understand it at the time. Like I said, took 20 something years for me to put these in context, some semblance of context, where I was in taken as a child to some kind of a military base or something like that, and I was with other children, and we were. I mean, there's lots of memories there, but in particular, I'll share a couple where we were sitting in a circle, and they were teaching us how to use our telekinetic abilities, psychic abilities, that kind of thing, telekinesis, that type of thing. And I remember one time one gray being scolded us because we were playing around too much and we weren't listening to our instructions.
Oh.
Yeah. And I just remember getting really quiet and feeling like that, we didn't want to be bad. We wanted to do what we were told.
To do what you were told. Tell about the telekinetic. What were they having you learn?
They would have us focus on like lifting a ball, that type of thing, using our mind to lift things, lift a ball in front of us. Yeah, that type of thing. That's what I remember the most is
that's crazy.
Yeah, telekinetic abilities.
Can you do any of that now?
No, I mean, I can table tip and things like that. We do that. I do that like for, fun.
Okay. But what do you mean? Flip a table over?
Table tip with your hands on a table, and then people, I mean, I can do it on my own too, and then make the table move. That type of thing, like using a spirit board or a Ouija board, except it's a table. Yeah. It's for fun. It's a lot of fun. But I haven't, yeah.
People don't know you and you start doing that stuff. What a conversation starter.
Yeah, well, I have groups here in person where you live. And so we do that type of thing. I actually have one on the 1st that we're going to be table for Halloween. We're going to be doing table tipping and spirit box conversations. I love Halloween time.
Oh, I bet.
Because we talk to the dead. All about that. Yeah, it's fun stuff. And I also do spoon bending. I have a class for spoon bending, so that's similar type of abilities.
Oh, wasn't that Uri Geller that did that bent the spoons?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can do that too.
Yes, we all can. We can all do it. We just have to get out of our own way. Yeah.
So you guys, I told you she's really fascinating. So, and I don't know. I know we have certain things we want to talk about, but I am so curious because I have never heard about the Galactic War. Can you share about that?
From my spotty memory of it, and some research I've done too, and people that I have heard where they have memories of it, and even in my inner circle here, where we came to this galaxy from another galaxy, the Lyran galaxy, where the what we call the Draco reptilians had apparently breached through a Stargate, a portal, in that galaxy, and
Oh,
they are an aggressive race.
I've heard that.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
so yeah, the Dracos. I guess you could say conquered a lot of the planets. The movie Star Wars is kind of a documentary of it, of that kind of thing. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, and so
Wow.
I have memory of fleeing our galaxy, our star system. I'm sorry, our star system,
Mhm.
and um, and whenever I talk about it, I do get emotional.
Oh,
And
I'm
arriving in this star system, and, and fighting a war. I was a Pleiadian soldier fighting war, uh, and it went very badly. It was a kinetic war, and I do remember losing a lot of friends, and it was a horrible thing.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I asked.
That's all right. It's it's part of our history.
So you were a Palladian at the time, and I understand those are extremely evolved and just I can't think of the word, um, full of love. And I've heard they try to keep the reptilians in place.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Still to this day.
star system beings, the Syrians, the and the Pleiadians. There's a lot of beings from different star systems that were in the war with the Draco reptilian
Wow.
and yeah species, and so we came here and settled from the Lyran star system. Came here and settled in the Pleiades, and also on Earth and some other planets. And I apparently we lost one planet. There's
Oh,
yeah, that was blown up, and that's according to what I understand. And I've always had a feeling about it in my gut, in my memory, that the asteroid belt is actually a destroyed planet,
that's kind of
remnants of a
sad to
destroyed.
think about it that way.
Yeah, remnants of a destroyed planet.
You know, I knew that I have heard that Star Trek was channeled. And
Mm-hmm.
so it seems that Star Wars also was channeled then.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, I've heard
Planting
about
those
Star Trek.
seeds,
Mm-hmm.
planting the seeds, helping getting us ready for when the galactic beings do make themselves shown more.
Right. Yeah,
Oh,
totally.
wow. So in the scheme of Earth's history, when this happened, were
Mm-hmm.
humans on this planet yet? Do you know that? I'm just
During the
trying
Galactic
to
Wars.
galactic wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I understand there's different timelines with Earth. It's difficult to put everything into, some kind of a cohesive timeline like we understand it. Because there was the Anunnaki too who came to this planet.
Oh,
And
yes.
yeah, and the two brothers, Enki and Enlil. And that was, I understand, also a war happened between them because Enlil was what I understand, and speaks to me, was the brother who was the general and came to this planet and he came to the planet to mine the resources on the planet
Mm-hmm.
and brought his own people to do that. And Enki was the scientist. He wasn't a military person, that type of thing. So Enki is his brother. And Enlil was his half brother, and was part Draco reptilian. So he had that aggressiveness going on in his bloodline.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
is
Mhm.
what I understand. And I do have memory of Enki. And whenever I think of him, I feel a fondness for him because I do believe that I have Anunnaki heritage. Okay. And so they fought over the planet, Enki and Enlil. Enki he wanted to to wipe out the people on the planet after millennia, and because he said that they were, and Enlil did, they were too noisy. People were starting to rebel because they were treated as slaves, working the mines and things like that. So Enlil didn't like it. So I understand this, that he was the one that caused the flood. If you want to look at it through if you want to look at through the filters of extraterrestrials. And then Enki was the one who chose Noah, but a different name, because there's tablets out there that tell these stories, these biblical stories with different names, ancient tablets. And so he's the one who chose the one we know as Noah to collect DNA from as many people plus animals on the planet, and it's actually create a lab bank, that type of thing, a bank of DNA. And so that might be considered what the ark was. It makes sense, rather than shoving a bunch of animals on a big boat. But so what makes sense to me is that he employed this one person to create a lab DNA bank on a ship, so that we and the earth animals that had been seeded on the planet before that were preserved. And then after the flood, earth was reseeded.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're taking me places I didn't know about.
Well, we don't know. It's that's why this is such an amazing time now with awakening for us, to really, our history has been hidden from us for a long time.
Yeah. I've heard that 2025, and I heard this years ago, probably before my husband died, so before 2020, that 2025 was when they were going to start showing themselves more. And I think in 2026 they will really make an appearance and kind of like turn everything, that we believe, we're going to start having some challenges with some of our beliefs. Are you privy to knowing when that's going to be happening, that they're going to be more prevalent and show themselves?
Well, yes, I've been hearing the same thing, that 2025 was basically a big marker for us. And 2026 is even bigger when it comes to disclosure and us waking up to the fact that, and it's an inside job anyway. We can't sit around and wait for the government to tell us that extraterrestrials do exist, type of thing. And that's what a lot of people are waiting for. But it's an inside job. And so as people talk more and more about it and their experiences, then it becomes more commonplace. You know what I mean? And so, when you start seeing, we're already seeing ships in the sky.
I remember as a child seeing ships too.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, totally. So they've been here for a long time.
Pardon me?
They've been here for a long time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I understood that they seeded the planet.
Right.
Yeah.
We did. We seeded the planet. We did.
When you say we, tell me who we is.
Because we are the descendants of these star beings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. We're the ones that are here in the trenches that are helping people wake up. That's why we're here.
That's going to be a rude awakening for some people.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, no, I think it's good. I think we need to be shut up.
Right.
Because humanity right now needs to come together. Not to be, anyway, we won't go down that road. Do you want me to ask questions, or do you want to just
go ahead? No, questions were good. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Well, you've kind of answered some of those. Based on your years of spiritual work, where do you feel humanity stands in its awakening process right now?
Oh, well, we're moving from the old age into the golden age. We're moving from the lowest age, if you want to look at it through the eyes of the philosophy of the Hindu philosophy, which I put a lot of stock in because they're the oldest religion, I believe, or philosophy. Yeah, religious philosophy. So they talk about the different yugas, which are ages. There's 4 main yugas, ages. And the Kali Yuga is the yuga that we're coming out of, which is the lowest frequency yuga, age.
We're in the lowest frequency.
We're coming out of it.
Wow.
And we're entering the Satya Yuga, which is what's called the golden age, the age of enlightenment and the golden age. So we're moving from the Satya, the Kali Yuga, which is the lowest frequency, which lasts thousands of years. And so does the age of enlightenment, or the golden age, also lasts thousands of years. So that's the first yuga, is the Satya Yuga. And we've gone through all the other 3 yugas, that each one we get a little bit less enlightened and a little bit less enlightened until we're down in the Kali Yuga, where things like Atlantis happened and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so so we're on the precipice of what I've been told.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I mean, it's you can see it happening all around us with people waking up, I guess you could say. And it's the most important thing is waking up to who we are, which is love and light, and remembering that, and remembering that everything around us is the illusion. That's what Christ teaches us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what the master teachers teach us. That's what Christ teaches us. And remember that not to get so caught up in the illusion, because it's part of the deal, so to speak. And in order for us to move into the age of enlightenment, the old has to fall away. It's like a detox. And so humanity is going through this big detox, which is hard if you've never had a detox.
I have a few of them.
Few of them. It's not easy. We have to it's like a dark night of the soul. You or near-death experience where it's not fun, but when you get through it, it's so worth it. And that's what how I see it. And I've said for many, many, many years that I do believe that we will have full disclosure within my lifetime, which is what they tell me is probably another 50 years or so. And
50?
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah.
Oh, Lord. I heard 20 for me, and I thought that's a long time. You got way more than me that you.
Well, you probably do too, because we're living longer every day. Something's coming up for us to be able to live longer. I'm not in any hurry, because what we're doing is we're bringing the higher realms. We're bringing the earth up into the higher realms, and the higher realms are meeting us. Earth is rising. So yeah. And wouldn't it be cool to be ascending? And ascension isn't something that's has an end. It just means we're moving up higher in a higher frequency.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Higher frequency. Yeah, I just sometimes I just find it so challenging. And then I do my trance, I need to do other things and get centered back in that love base, and that connection with the divine.
Yeah. Well, everything is necessary. Everything is whatever is going on around us is a reflection of what we have within us. Of course, this whole matrix is because of our creations.
Well, and I've thought about that. To be where, let's just say you and I, to be where we are now, there were times that we were not like this either.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to evolve into this state,
Right.
through various lifetimes and through all these other things. So, and then I just try to keep that in mind for when I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Christ teaches me. Yeah, he always teaches me to bless everything. Doesn't matter what it is, especially the stuff that, I might not agree with or that triggers me or whatever, especially bless that.
So what do? You just say, something like
I do. I look at it, and if something, gets my goat or something, it doesn't anymore like it used to. Thank goodness, because I work with Christ, all the time and every day, to help me with all of that. And look at he talks about in the Way of Mastery. I have a study group, the Way of Mastery, the teachings of Yeshua, the metaphysical teachings. He talks about that everything is neutral. It's what the emotion we put on it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then realizing, okay, this is all coming up because of my choice. I chose to be involved in whatever this experience is.
True.
That's why it's in my attention or in my awareness. And I can choose to get upset about it. I can choose to get angry or whatever, or I can bless it. And that's what I do. I just say, okay, I bless this. And then leave it to God.
Okay, I'm going to start doing that. I do talk to Christ every day. And I know he hears me, but I don't feel him. So I hope I get to the point where I can feel that love from him.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, Sharon. Oh, Lord. What do you think the next major step for humanity is in our collective evolution? The golden age and people awakening?
Yeah, I do believe that full disclosure is a huge step for us, because that's been hidden for so long. And when also, I don't know, there's so many things. I don't see us actually yet being fifth dimensional ready, right? Until we are not a warring planet, for one thing, and that starts within us. And when we are not a warring planet, then we'll be able to join the Galactic Federation of Planets, and then that is a huge step for us, because we're young. Humanity is young in terms of all the other beings out there. I mean, we don't really even, I believe we do have space travel. I know we do, because I was in my experiences, my out-of-body experiences, I'm flying a spaceship. So we do have it. And in the space programs, secret space programs, we have it too. So, but it's not, when we start remembering and allowing free energy, that type of thing.
Yes.
And we break the chains of slavery of the old system. And that, again, that comes from within all of us, and loving ourselves first, and then loving each other, and remembering who we are, because it's not going to happen outside of us. It has to happen
inside. Yeah. And the remembrance is huge. I think the full disclosure is going to really be the catalyst for that too.
Yeah.
I think it'll push us forward.
Yeah, like you said, there's a lot of there's going to be a lot of belief system crashes.
Oh yeah, the church, all the churches. Yeah. And they're going to go kicking and screaming.
I believe that the Catholic Church did admit at one point that there is a possibility of life on other planets.
They know. Well, they know.
Yeah, they have the biggest telescopes. What do you call those?
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah,
I can't think of it
I
right
know. I can see it in my mind.
Planetarium. What's it called?
No,
Where you look at the sky? Not a planetarium.
And somebody's out there watching this, going, "Come on, you guys, it's this." But I know what you're talking about.
The Vatican has the biggest one, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, really?
One of the big ones. Yeah, totally.
Well, and we've heard that the world leaders know, and so many people know, and they felt we weren't ready for it. And, I can hardly wait to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's going to happen. It's happening. It's happening now, slowly but surely.
Well, I was listening to another psychic on YouTube, Psychic Sterling, and I think I might have mentioned it to you. And he said, take your phone out there in the, when the stars are out there, and say, "Hey, I'm here. Give me a sign." And if you see a little blink, okay, well, I saw that. Well, can you give me a couple blinks to verify? I've been doing that. I haven't seen anything yet. I'll keep trying, but we got a lot of light around here too.
Yeah, you have to be in a dark sky. And have you ever been to Yosemite?
No.
Oh, well, you see
Yosemite? No,
Yosemite in Washington.
No.
At the ranch at the base of Mount Adams at Trout Lake, Washington. You haven't heard of Yosemite? James Gilliland?
No. I haven't.
There's ships flying in and out of that mountain like crazy. And he has a big field there where we can, people go up there and
just watch
bucks or whatever and just sit out in the field and skywatch.
And it's all the time that it's happening?
Not during the winter. I think he's closed now.
So you can go up there and see that?
Yeah, and you can rent tents and you can rent cabins and stay out there. He has conferences once in a while. And you can not see ships.
Mm-hmm. So in relation to Washington, where is it?
It's where Trout Lake is?
Nope.
Oh, okay. It's just on the other side of the gorge.
Is that close to us?
Yeah, it's like 45 minutes.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I never knew about this. Oh gosh, when are you going, Sharon?
Not till next year because they're closed for the winter. Yeah.
Okay.
But next year, yes, when we plan it, I'll let you know.
Oh, definitely. I am down. Can I take my dogs?
No, they don't allow dogs. That's the bad thing.
I'll have to figure something out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had no clue.
It's a really cool place. It's as soon as you enter there, it's a big portal and you feel the energy. Sasquatch is there. There's lots of shows on about it where he's been on paranormal shows and stuff like that. And the ranch is pretty famous all over the world, and people go there and see all kinds of cool stuff.
I feel so behind. So it's called East Eddy.
ECETI. ECETI. And what it stands for, it's an acronym for Enlightened Contact with Extraterrestrial Intelligence.
Enlightened Contact. Okay, and that's in Washington. I guess what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I'm going to be researching all of this. I just can't believe this is right close to us. And I haven't even heard about it. I've heard of Skinwalker Ranch. I've heard of the portals in Mount Shasta, and then in Alaska, and in the poles, but in the ocean, but nothing this close.
Yeah, it's cool. They have a website, so just look them up.
I also heard that Sasquatch was a shape-shifting alien.
Yeah, I have a photo because I'm a paranormal photographer too, and I have a photo of an orb with the Sasquatch inside it. And there was a witness there that saw a Sasquatch walk across the field and then turn into an orb. Yeah.
You're giving me all sorts of body shakes right here. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I see. I learned so much from you, and I thirst for knowledge. So I love this.
Cool. Yeah, me too.
Okay. Okay, this is a good question. What role does love or heart-centered living play in bridging communication between humans and higher dimensional beings?
Everything.
That's what it
Yeah.
boils down to.
Mm-hmm. It means everything. Yeah.
Well, I know when full disclosure happens, there will be fear, and hopefully they will be able to eradicate that there's nothing to be fearful of either. And I know they'll come based in love too. Do you know what races will be involved in the full disclosure?
I was just going to say, from what I understand, is that it'll start with human races that look like us, from maybe Pleiades and those types of beings. The Nordics are already here. Yeah, they have a military faction with the tall Nordics. I've seen them. I've been with many extraterrestrial beings on ships that do not look like us, and we're working with them too on ships. I've seen cat beans. I've seen green, lime green beans. I've seen blue beans. They're humanoid looking. They're just different, but they're, it's like a Star Trek thing or a Star Wars thing.
I'm thinking Avatar too.
Yes. Avatar. I've seen beings like that. When I first saw that movie, I just started crying because it was just in so much recognition from that planet and those beings. So what I understand is it'll start with human looking type beings that are already here. They're already
That's
here.
not threatening for us. Yeah.
Right. And so it'll be common knowledge that, we'll be talking to people and they'll say, okay, well, where are you from? Oh, I'm from the Alteran star system. Instead of I'm from Italy, or
Yeah. Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah. And
Oh,
and then
Lord.
we already have vertical lifting cars, flying cars. China just started unveiling using their flying taxis all the time, or flying cars. They're like a little helicopter as a individual type car. So we already have that.
Doing that technology.
It's just a matter of time before we'll be moving around in the sky, in the air instead of on the ground.
I just see us coming together and being more unified, to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we have
sharing and not warring. Yeah, I really do. I see that as coming down the pike.
We'll have to, and if we don't, then because that's what the direction we're moving. So who is resisting that? Anybody who's resisting it will leave the planet. Leave their physical body, die, and then reincarnate on another planet somewhere or something. Yeah.
So if you fight that, you're going to be leaving?
Well, if you fight that, your body will be sick. It will not be able to handle the frequency of
I got it.
The ascension process. So the body will not be able to handle it. And when that happens, and if the psyche can't handle it too, then psychosis or whatever, and then the body gets ill and will leave.
Yeah, I mean, eventually those people will ascend too.
Yes, but just not here.
Yes.
Yeah, because everyone is moving up in frequency sooner or later. So it just depends on where that person is. And I would say do your stuff now.
What do you mean do your stuff now?
Your healing process.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because we came in with the stuff that we need to heal, right? With all the the baggage that we have from other lifetimes and that type of thing. So, well, we do come in with other lifetimes of baggage.
Okay, so
Traumas, pain.
people are going to say, well, how do I do that? How am I going to heal? How am I going to release? What would you tell them?
Well, there's all kinds of ways. Working with your spirit guides, meditation, journaling, moving through the layers. If you feel like there's something in your way in your life, like if you're not living the life that you want to, and you're not happy, that kind of thing, or you're going through any kind of anxiety, because this is when we move up in frequency, anxiety comes up for sure. Because if we don't know what's happening, then it can be debilitating.
Yeah.
Right. So panic and anxiety, and if life isn't going the way you would hope it to be, that's when we need to do our work. And what Christ taught me was meditation, journaling, paying attention to our dream time.
I'm doing all of those.
Yeah. And then sit with our guidance and automatic writing. Perfect. And that type of thing. There you go.
Well, there's a gal that I'm going to interview in November and on automatic writing. And she sat down, and I got a message from my husband yesterday. And all I did was cry. It was just, oh my God, it was so overwhelming. It was so beautiful.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. I just got goosebumps. Nice. I just got goosebumps.
Well, and my husband didn't embrace as much as I fully embraced about that you can reach people on the other side. And I'm just going to read you one sentence. You always believed it was possible to connect with those who have passed. I'll admit it. I wasn't open or supportive of that idea, but I had to kick myself in the ass once I saw myself that is truly possible. So
good for him.
So at least he supported me. He wasn't a naysayer, although he didn't agree that.
So that was his stuff here. That was because he had stuff getting in the way here, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And he was very analytical too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The body is, made that way for us to deal with to heal our stuff that gets in the way of open heart, open soul, open mind, that kind of thing. Open, being open and flexible. But good for him and good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I treasure this. I'm going to read it on one of my reels so people can hear it. And just to have that gal do that for me. And unexpectedly, I sent you a message. Oh, okay. I didn't realize when she said I sent you a message what she meant, that she had used her guidance to do that. Okay, so we're getting short on time. I could talk to you for hours. Guys, I have to tell you something. I usually don't promote people. I just want to bring all the information out to you. But I highly suggest you look at her website and see all the different offerings she has, if any of this piques your interest. Seriously.
Thank you.
Well, yeah. Really, Sharon, you got it going on.
Well, yeah, I have a good support system of very, very, I got friends in high places like we all do, right? But,
yeah. Once you have your neck run over.
Yeah, you get your head run over. That's, you're like, okay, well, I guess it finally knocked some sense into me. But,
and now we can laugh about it, I was horrified when you were telling me the story. I was. But I knew you survived because you're sitting there talking to me. But
yeah,
it was horrifying.
Apparently, I needed it.
You were partying way too much.
Yeah, my stepdad used to say, if you don't listen to your gut or your intuition or whatever, sooner or later, he didn't use these words, but your guides or your intuition, the higher ups will be hitting you in the head with his 2x4.
How prophetic was he?
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, and I could see why. Yeah, he was a good man.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a great question. If you could deliver one message for your ET guides or your spiritual team to humanity right now, what would it be?
They want us to know that they are here and they have never left us. We are not alone. We have never been abandoned. They've watched every step that we've taken.
Oh gosh.
I'm starting to channel them.
That's okay.
Yeah,
What
we know that you've called out to us. We've heard your cries because of the law of free will. We had to choose to let you walk your path, but we've always been here. Look at the skies, feel our frequency. Remember, we are your family. We are you. We've been where you are, and we understand. Your future is amazing. Amazing. And we are very excited for you and with you. And we love you beyond measure. Take our hand. We are always here.
Sharon, that was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for the message. Your team, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being the conduit too. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I can hardly wait to watch this episode. Okay, we have to wrap it up. I hate to wrap it up. Please don't leave right away so we can chit chat.
Okay.
But
Sure.
I do thank you for coming on so much. You know that.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for having me on. It's been so much fun. Really, really. I
Good.
mean, I
I'm
feel
glad
your peeps and my peeps are all hanging out together with us.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
So we do have to meet sometime, seriously.
Definitely. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, my friend, and we will talk later.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.